How are you all? Just starting here today with the Wellpreneur Network. As always, going to let you guys know how you can get in touch. Join the network for free advice. Oh, hello, uncles. Himalayan, you're most welcome. And there we go. Fix the hair as usual. So, wanted to jump on board and do a scope for you guys specifically on video. A lot of my ladies in my mastermind groups and on the network are doing more work with video. Maybe they've gone through my video academy. We've actually got some video challenges going on this month as well. So I wanted to share some really practical top tips you can do. Hello Sabrina, you're most welcome. She's on board, yay. So if you think this is a good topic that other friends, wellpreneurs, people in the health, well-being, fitness, network marketing or coaching space need to hear, then go on ahead and swipe it, invite some followers in here so we can make it a little party. And also, oh hi Sabrina, you're most welcome. So we can also maybe tweet it out, get it out to your followers, because these are going to be good top tips. They're so good, I've written them down. Not an off-the-cuff scope today. We are talking proper, pre-thought out, pre-planned out scope. Brilliant, right? For those of you who are catching me live for the first time or catching the replay, thank you so very, very much. I am Lisa Barwise. I am the Wellpreneur, all about lifestyle and learning. I'm a holistic health coach, personal trainer, online marketing specialist, and business mentor for people in the health, well-being, network marketing, and coaching space. I help people to go from part-time to profitable while still serving from their passion-based mission. So today it's all about the video tips. And I've got 5. Hello, Graham. You're most welcome as people are coming on board. I've got 5 top tips, five top tips to share with you guys. So these are tips for people who are starting out using video. Now, what I'm going to assume is a couple of wee things. Oh, thanks for the little hearts. What I'm going to assume, first of all, is that you're kind of new to video. Maybe you've dabbled a little bit. Maybe you've done a Periscope. Maybe you have put a video up on Facebook. Maybe there's a couple of other bits and pieces. You've done a little bit of video, but you're not sure whether, you haven't quite got your stride yet. You're not quite super duper confident. And there's a couple of not mistakes as such that I see, but, that you can actually, there's a couple of pointers that I'd like to give people. So the first one I want to talk about is sometimes the most important one, and that is the angle. Which way do you hold your camera? What are you using? So first of all, I'm assuming that most of you do this recording on a iPhone or on your phone, a smartphone of some description. If that's the case, now I am holding this portrait here today because Periscope likes portrait. You can take it landscape, but I think it goes a bit funny. So portrait is what I'm doing here, but for all other video other than your live videos like Periscope or maybe Facebook Live, you got to turn it landscape, people, okay? For many reasons. When you go to repurpose it or when you go to edit it, you won't have those 2 black lines either side, okay? So you need to have it horizontal. If you're doing like little workout snippets, if you're doing talking to camera snippets, make sure it's in a tripod. I'm not in a tripod today. I know I'm so bad, but I prefer to get the right angle and everything with my particular background that I'm working with today. So do try to get a tripod or a selfie stick just to help you with that, to hold it in place. If you're doing it from your computer, the most important thing with that is that you're not looking down on the computer. The reason why is nobody wants to see quadruple chins. Like, we don't want to see them multiple chins. We don't. Right? And also we maybe don't want to see up your nose either, okay? Not sightly angles that we want to see. It does distract us from listening to your content. So get the angle right. How do you get the angle right? Lift it up, people. So we want like angles like this where you're looking down on the person. It's also more flattering, great for the wrinkles. Everyone's a winner, okay? So make sure that you're getting the angle right with that. So please, angle is sometimes the most important one, okay, in terms of the positioning. The next one I've written is background. Now, I do this against a white background. This, the room that I am in, straightforward white background, so it's just me talking to you, so you're not distracted. Sometimes when I'm doing it in my office, I have things in the background of a bookcase that's got stuff on it. Oh, hello from Newtonards. And there's Anne on board. Hello, Anne. So sometimes I do the videos with a background. But what I found is when I'm doing Periscopes, when there's a video background, people are distracted by the stuff. They're either reading the books that I have. We had a full-on conversation about my little camper van. Hi, Anne. You're most welcome. My camper van. Totally distracted by the background. So Although people like to have a good old snoopy doop into your house, and Periscope is really good for that because it's really genuine, it's really, you know, raw and ready. If you're doing videos for content purposes, for, you know, programs, for clients, for any of those sorts of things, you want to have a neutral-ish background. It could maybe have some plants or a picture or two, but you don't want it to be too fancy pants to distract people from that. Also, you want to make sure you are as much in the frame as the background. So none of this kind of like, you know, hi, I'm here. You know, you want to make sure you're as much in the frame as you possibly can. So that's the background. So tip number 3, actually, and I'm glad, Anne, that you're on board. I know Anne's been doing some lovely videos in our mastermind. So some of these I was actually going to share in the mastermind group. So I'm glad you're on board because I know we're all focusing on the video this month too. So talking to the camera. Now, I want you guys to think about where the camera is on your device. So in my device, my camera's not here. I'm looking at my face here. Now I'm looking at the camera. Looking at my face on my phone, looking at my camera. Now, when I'm looking at my camera, do you feel like I'm actually talking with you? Does it feel like we're connecting? Like you are, that little dot here is you. So when I think about you on the other side of the Periscope, or when I think about you on that, you know, it's like I'm talking to you. I'm not talking to my face down here. I'm talking to you. So you want to talk to the camera, okay? The other thing is you don't want to talk at the camera, okay? Talking at the camera is like, blah, 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 you know, either being really ranty, being very intense, or a lot of people I know, when they're talking, they're also like looking all up and trying to think, and maybe they're talking with their eyes closed for a bit of, for emotion or a bit of connecting. People want to see your face and they want to see your eyes with video. They want to trust you. They want to connect with you. So connect with the little dot here. Don't look down here, look in the dot. Okay? So that's talking to the camera, not at it. Number 4. So all of those things being said, okay? All of the things that I've just given you, which are some really good top tips to get you started, content is still going to be way more important than the technical side of things. The technical side of things just ensure that the delivery is nice, that people are getting the message and that they're not distracted or they're looking up your nostrils, or, you know, you're not connecting with them with the eye contact. But content is key. Make sure you have good content, and the rest of the stuff you'll just learn along the way, okay? So focus on the content. It's the most important thing. Always give, and in terms of that, always give a takeaway, always give something that people can do, really give value to clients. It doesn't matter if they're your most juiciest tips or they're the things that you went to school for 5 years for. Most of the time when people hear information, they don't act on it anyway. They like to listen to it and they feel empowered in the moment. And often the action or the implementation is where the true value is. So don't feel like you're, you know, giving too much away. In my experience, it's very hard to give too much away. And then the 5th one is done is better than perfect, peoples. You know, you got to get it done. Stop procrastinating. Stop, you know, saying you can't. You know, you just got to commit to doing it, because successful entrepreneurs are the ones that commit. We're doing things that other people aren't doing. We're doing new things that we were afraid of before. That's helping us grow, helping us develop, helping us take to the next level of our business. So while I have you, the couple on board, if you have any other video questions right now, I will certainly answer them. If you want to type them away here in the wee box in terms of technical, you know, maybe what tripods to use, what editing software, if you want to ask me about that, maybe about sound, maybe about mics, I'll happily answer that if you quickly want to do that while you guys are typing or thinking about your questions. Oh, good. What about lighting? Yes, I'm going to talk to you about that. I also want to let you know I do have a video academy. We run this quite regularly, myself and my partner in crime, Amanda Trez of Fit Parenting. We run an e-course version, which is a low budget version for people who want to just access that and get the information. And we also have a VIP where you get consults from us and a mastermind group. So lighting. Okay. So here's the thing. I am in my room now, and this, I mean, you can say the lighting's not great because like as soon as I put my, you know, hand up, there's really bad shadows, okay? So in terms of periscoping, it's fine because people again just want raw, ready, you know, that's fine. When it comes to doing, for example, I was doing a lot of re-recordings for my online bootcamp, my Kettlebell Warrior Goddess training bootcamp, and I did have the lights. I had a studio with a white wall and I did have the lights, but the way that the lights were going, even though I had my proper setup, the shadows still weren't great. Too much shadow on the wall. So what we were able to do is just turn on the normal light or have some natural light, and that works really well. I would suggest that if you can, just use natural light. If you can get away with having, beside a window and you've got your office lined up there or a desk lined up, use natural light. If you have to record in the evenings just due to time commitments, the one I would definitely invest in is just a softbox light. We have a full list of equipment in the Video Academy, but a softbox light that photographers would use, you can get them on Amazon for like $50, maybe 30 quid. Maybe a bit more, but they're really good. You can get ones that have 4 bulbs, which are real daylight glow bulbs that will make a wall really white for you, or you can get the nice soft ones that go on the face. When I'm recording for proper programs, which I do in my office, I like to have a bit of a background now. I used to just do everything with white wall, but I like to have a bit of a background now, and I do put that light on my face because it just gives you a nice glow, makes you feel like it's a bit more professional. So lighting, it doesn't have to be, again, fancy pants. It doesn't have to be expensive. I mean, all of the kit that I've ever bought for any of my online programs and video recordings, nothing was over. I mean, I've bought about 4 or 5 lights now, a tripod, a couple of stands. You're talking the whole lot together would have been like $200, maybe £150. So not that breaking the bank cost-wise. So I hope that was helpful. If you have any more questions, I will answer those. If not, I would love to connect with you. Be sure to reach out, by all means, with the Wellpreneur Network, which I'm going to show you how you can get. There we go. The Wellpreneur Network is in there. Do you use your mobile and tripod, Anne? Yes, I'm going to answer that one for you. You can connect with me, the Wellpreneur Network with Lisa Barways. It's a free network where all of us Wellpreneurs support each other and get answers to some really good questions. Yes, Anne asked about, yes, I just use my mobile on a tripod usually. Or recently I have been doing more video on my laptop because it's just a lot easier. It's already there. I'm not using, controversial, iMovie to do the video input because what I'm finding with it is that there's so many sync issues with the sound. I've actually been using Photo Booth on my Mac for the recording, just then putting that into iMovie if I need to tweak it and edit it a little bit, exporting it and then uploading it to YouTube or Vimeo. So it's a little bit more of a process if you're wanting to edit. I've got the down point now. Oh, digital words on screen with voiceover. Okay, so I've recently just downloaded a new software called Camtasia. Now, Camtasia will record your screen for you. You can also do screen recordings just on a Mac using QuickTime, but the screen recordings won't have the voiceover part. The best thing to do is I would then plug a mic in just for extra. So you can get a lapel mic. Again, on Amazon, I think mine was like £20, £25, not expensive. So what's that, $30, $35. You can just plug that into your, if you have a Mac, even better, or onto your computer and use Camtasia, which is for Mac and PC, £65 for the whole software, so not that expensive. But what's really good about Camtasia is you can record your screen, so you could do that PowerPoint presentation where you're doing like slides, like a normal PowerPoint presentation, and you're just talking over the PowerPoint presentation. And I think that works really well for that. The other way to do that completely for free is to just record yourself a Google Hangout. So you can do a Google Hangout whether people are on or not. It's actually live video. So you could actually do a Google Hangout where nobody's there and just record your video on there. I actually have on my YouTube channel, if you go to my website, you can at lisabarways.com. I'm just about to do a post about all my lovely content on the YouTube channel. You can find me there. I've just changed my username, so it was my old brand of Mummy Shaped Skull on YouTube. I'm trying to get it changed over. But in there, I have a free video training of how to use Google Hangouts for either building your list or for doing webinars. But you could just use a Google Hangout for recording those videos, which you then go automatically up to YouTube, which you can then send out to your team, send out to clients and things like that. So there's lots of different ways to do it. I just downloaded Camtasia recently because I don't know if you've noticed on my YouTube channel, I've added my periscopes there, some really key content, including this one I'm going to do today, and upload it onto YouTube so that I obviously want people on live, but for some of those who can't make it, some of my, top trainings I've done on Periscope, I'm happy to share on the YouTube channel. And Camtasia does a really good way of doing that. So, £65, not that expensive. So I hope that was helpful. I'll try to shorten up my scope now and send you off on your merry way on this Friday. Thank you so much for joining me. If you did want to connect with me, by all means, go on to the Wellpreneur Network and find me through Facebook, or go to lisabarwise.com. My link is in the profile above, and I will be scoping again tomorrow. I would love to take any of your questions or requests for content. You can put in a request for content at lisabarwise.com/Periscope, and I do scope every day. So if you have a Wellpreneur biz tip that you're needing help with, a specific question that you have, I'll also be Skyping about lifestyle a little bit later on too. So enjoy the rest of your Friday. I hope that was helpful, and have a lovely weekend. Peace out.